y'all. I just wanted to come and give you guys like a video update of what's been going on. So you guys know that I live in New Orleans, and there was a hurricane yesterday. Hurricane Ida was a category 4. It wasn't projected to be one when it got to us, and Lyric had to work, so we ended up kind of being stuck and not really having the time that we needed to leave. So we stayed, and it was terrifying. First of all, we had a mishap where there was a huge flood in our bathroom before everything even started. So we had to clean that up. Once we got the situation in our bathroom cleaned up, the electricity went out. The electricity goes out. The fucking ceiling is leaking. Eventually, we get all of that dried up, but still, no electricity. And then the winds start. And the winds were the most horrifying thing I've ever been through. The last time we went through this, I feel like we had the generator. I can't remember if we had it for the storm or after at this point, but either way, it just, yeah, it didn't sound like that. It did, yeah, but the wind didn't sound like that. The wind did not sound like that. The wind beating up against the house, the howling of it, you could hear when it would subside, when it would rear up, and it was doing that on and off from like noon-ish, like maybe 12:30, 1 o'clock. But right, really bad around 2:30 until maybe midnight. It was terrifying. And I think I might have fell asleep for an hour during the day, but that was only because we moved into our den from the living room, because you could hear everything in the living room because the ceilings are high, so everything is echoing off the walls. And you know, we hadn't put a rug in yet because we just got the floors done, and it was just scary. We moved into the den, slept for a minute, woke up around midnight, checked in with my mom. She was fine. Her apartment at this point was like, they turned the water off because it was well, no, actually there was roof damage all over her apartment complex. The apartment above her had damage, like a broken window, so all the water is coming in and leaking down into her apartment, and they had to turn the water off. So she had no running water. And when we woke up the next morning, like Lyric and I woke up around like maybe 4 or 5 a.m. Just couldn't sleep that long. You just couldn't sleep that long. It's hot, you know what I'm saying? It's muggy, it's humid as shit. So we get up, y'all saw me on live. We kind of, after the storm had passed, we went and walked, you know, down the street and saw like trees down and stuff, and it still wasn't done yet. So we went back to the house. As far as like the wind and the rain was still kind of whipping. Not as bad, obviously. But as daybreak came up today, we knew we had to get the fuck. We knew that the power was going to be out for a while. I was not willing to live in our house, even getting a new generator fixed. I was not going to live in our house like that, because our one of our bedrooms, the roof completely caved in, like from the water and the wind. And when we walked outside, we could see the roof damage. So we have to go back at some point to put a tarp up and all of that type of stuff, or whatever we have to do. But child, I can't even think of all the things we have to do about the assistance and FEMA. And after we finish with this Airbnb for the week, we have to find another place. We have to find a place that is going to be big enough to house the 3 of us, my mom, me, him, then the 2 dogs. You know, somewhere where all of us can be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be an ordeal, finding somewhere we can afford. Thank God my sister, my oldest sister, she helped us find this one, and you know, really was a great help during this time. I'm so appreciative of her for helping, because I was just overwhelmed when we were leaving. I was throwing shit in a suitcase. Like, I didn't even, you know, get most of the shit that I could have brought with us, as far as like our own pillows, our own, you know, covers and shit like that. And it was just kind of like, get the clothes, get the essentials, get your, you know, your computer, get your shit, get out. Like, that's really, it was almost like, you know, we were just rushing to just get stuff and get the hell out of there, because it was like, we know we have to drive all the way to Atlanta, and we had to go and check in on people. So we had to check in on his sister. She was fine. She lives in our same neighborhood, so we were worried about her. She had the same type of damage that we had, but she was fine. she has somewhere to go, where she won't, where there's a generator, one that's connected to a house. So she won't have to live in like, terrible weather. Also, she's a nurse. So I imagine they're going to need her to be there. His mom is okay. And I'm sure that eventually everybody will leave, because they're saying that we're without power for the next 3 weeks or so. One of the big power transformers that they had fell into the Mississippi River. Like, okay. So there's that. So yeah, the good thing is that the roof didn't leak on the side with the new floors. Okay, so whenever we go back to our home and can live there again comfortably, at least we won't have to worry about fixing that all over again. But we have to fix a whole bunch of other shit. The roof, the other bedroom, our bathroom, the ceiling in the den. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. And just thinking about it right now makes my head want to explode, y'all. My pressure has been high because like my body was physically reacting to the fear. Like you're exhausted because you're so scared, and your body is just like constantly physically responding to it. Y'all, I've been in hurricanes before and I've been scared before, but never for that long. It was so long. You know what I'm saying? But I knew where everybody was as far as me, Lyric, my mom. We would keep in touch with each other. I had phones on the whole time, child. My Wi-Fi wasn't working, but my my phone's personal hotspot was working. And once we went and got in a Jeep, and got some of that air on us, it was just like, yeah, we're not doing this hot house shit again, so let's go. Because we did that for Laura and we were out of electricity for like a week, and it was really tough, even with the generator. But we made it work. But that was a week. We could, a week. They're talking about 3 weeks to a month. Like, I heard 25 days. I've heard 10 days. I've heard 3 weeks. I've heard till November. Schools are closed indefinitely. As far as I know, everybody that I know and love is alive. My other sister, my niece, and my nephew, they're on their way to Houston, but they're trying to find somewhere to live, or to stay for the time being, because it's so hard to find somewhere. That's why we didn't go to Texas, because everybody's in Texas. Like, our whole family's in Texas, but everybody's staying with somebody else. And we got these 2 dogs with us. So we knew that we needed to make sure we had accommodations for us. And I was like, Atlanta, I feel like in Atlanta, I could get a place. It's far enough away, from everything that's going on here. Houston and shit is too close to everything that's going on. Yeah, and then plus it's obviously it's hard for people to find places to stay right now over there, because there's so many people. So we're here, we're safe. I can't even begin to think when I can give y'all like content again. Because tomorrow is probably gonna be a day of FEMA and figuring out the assistance and what to do about the house and the insurance company, all of that. So I'm exhausted, I'm tired. I can't even believe I made that ride. We were driving and it was pouring down raining at some point when we were driving through Alabama, and it was extremely traumatic all over again. Like, to be honest, like, there was no wind, and I felt safe in that because I've driven in rain so many times. Yeah, I do this, okay? But that wind shit, bruh. Like, I was scared the whole time. Lyric didn't get it because he's never seen, like, the shit I've seen from hurricanes and then tornadoes and shit. When they come through and they wreck shop and all that's left is your fucking tub. Like, I knew the room we were needing to, what I'm saying? I was like, we have to be in a little bitty bathroom on the bottom level of our house. You know what I'm saying? With both of the dogs. If and when the phone alerts went off, I was like, check it. They were telling us stupid shit like flash flood. It's like, it's not even fucking raining outside, nigga. This is wind, okay? It was annoying that a lot of the news stations weren't talking about our area like that. Like, this is the New Orleans greater metro area, and y'all are talking about fucking Terrebonne like that's the only place that's going through this right now. Y'all are talking about, and I get it. They talk about the worst places the most, but those people can't see this. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can see this, and we need to know what the fuck is going on around our way. You know what I'm saying? So it was tough. to sit through as somebody that does, has done this on a news level and all of that. It gave me a newfound appreciation for what we did. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, you feel like you out there by yourself. Like, we didn't even know all our neighbors were home the way they were until the next day, and everybody starts coming outside, and you like, God damn, I thought most of y'all had left. But that's because everybody was like locked in. Everybody was locked in. Some of the neighbors we didn't even see, but we knew they was home. But one of our neighbors, as soon as he came outside with a vengeance. Okay? We was sitting outside when the sun came up. That nigga came outside with a vengeance. He threw stuff in a garbage can because it's his people house. You know what I'm saying? So it's his parents. So he came outside, took some, tree limbs and shit and threw them on the side. The shit that he did see, threw it, in the garbage can. Got his son and got in his car and got the fuck. And when they got the fuck and didn't come back, and then Devin, one of my subbies, and child, thank you, Devin, so much. Devin really helped me out because Devin lives down in New Orleans, close by me. And she went to go check. And yeah, I'm sorry, Devin. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And he went to go and check on, like, Jesus, I don't know why. Like I said that. I'm sorry. I'm so tired. Please forgive me, Devin. Devin went to check on his mom, and he let me know that the roads were clear. If it wasn't for Devin, I probably would have been sitting there waiting a little longer, and we did not have the time to waste because we had so many people to go and see and check on before we got back here. Like, I was thinking, at first I was like, maybe we should pack and then go see my mom, but I was like, no, I need to go see her first. I can't concentrate until I know that she's okay. And so, huh?
Ain't no telling what she would have tried to go without no damn phone.
Exactly, with no phone service whatsoever. So I needed her to be close to me because we couldn't get in contact with her. So that was aggravating me. So once we got her and got back to the house, I could throw shit in a suitcase, and we hurry up and got our child. Shout out to my new base luggage that was able to just take all the shit that I threw inside. Nigga got they jump rope. I got this challenge starting in September, and I ain't bring none of my booty bands, my stretch bands, nothing. I didn't bring nothing. Nothing. I brought my tennis shoes and my jump rope because I was like, at least I said, no matter what, I need to be able to jump rope. But y'all, I can't believe this happened to me again. I can. I absolutely can. I can believe this happened to me again. I'm a jinx. Babe, you watching that water? Go watch that water. Can you put that water in the refrigerator and bring me one that's already been in there that's cold, please? But yeah, y'all, it's just been a lot. It's been a lot. And I'm really exhausted. But I knew I needed to come to y'all and at least tell y'all what was going on. So we're in Atlanta right now. And after this place, after we get out of here, we're staying here for a week, and we'll know what we're doing as time goes on, I guess. But next is gonna be finding a place that's a little bit more of a short-term stay kind of situation, because we know how long it's gonna be until the city gets electricity again. And I'm not living nowhere without electricity, especially not nowhere that's hot as fuck. It's not happening. So yeah, y'all, we got a nice little Airbnb in the hood out here in Atlanta, child. It's the hood, but it's also like dark as fuck. So that's why I assume it's the hood, because in well lit neighborhoods, that those are nice neighborhoods are well lit. But the house is super nice. And the host is a super host, and he's really accommodating, and hit us up as soon as he saw that we hit him up, knowing that we were evacuating and everything. So it's all of the help has been so amazing, and I'm just grateful that we're all alive, that we're all here. Because for a minute there, y'all, I was kicking myself when I thought, I can't believe, like, I felt like I was the person that decided really that we weren't going to go and drive and be on the road all night. And I'm glad we didn't do that, kind of, because that night through that storm was terrible. Don't get me wrong. But when I was driving on the road today for 9 hours, I was like, I could not have done this for 13, 14 hours the way some people did when they left before the storm. And we would have been on the road for a long time, considering the fact that Lyric didn't get off work until about 5:30, 6 o'clock Saturday night. You know, we would have been on the road. Some people had said they had been on the road. You know, they get on the road at 9 o'clock in the morning, don't get there till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, that's usually a 7-hour drive turns into like a 16-hour drive or some shit like that. And I couldn't have done that. So I'm ultimately, we made the decision that was best for us. But that does not mean that that is ever going to happen to me again. So I don't know what needs to shake. I don't know what God is trying to tell me. Okay, but obviously, you know, some things need to be rethunk. You know, I don't want to not go back to my house though, y'all. But this whole thing has been crazy, and stressful as fuck. I am stressed. But yeah, y'all. 2021 is kicking my ass. What the fuck? Man, 2021 is beating me the fuck up. I mean, I'm still standing. I'm still strong. But goddamn, 2021, can a bitch get a break? Can a bitch get a break? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And y'all know I see you when I see you.